How's it going, everyone? Jimmy here, and today I want to show you guys all of Ryu's Trials. Now, when I stream on Twitch, people usually ask me, "Hey Jimmy, I have trouble with Trial X, can you show me how to do it?" And this is basically the video for you. I'm gonna go through all of all of Ryu's Trials in detail, explaining what kind of skill you have to acquire and what you need to be aware of when you finish these. So yeah, I might be doing this type of video for more character trials. If you have any suggestions, if you have any particular character that you want to see the trials explained, let me know in the comment section below. But for now, let's go into the first trial for Ryu so I can show you guys how to do them. So first of all, I want to make sure you guys are using the correct settings when playing trial mode. So make sure to have display commands on instead of display move names, otherwise you won't be able to tell what you're supposed to be doing. On top of that, make sure to have key display on. This is definitely going to help you figure out much quicker what you're doing wrong. So yeah, if you have that set, you're good to go. So first of all, the first trial, jump hard punch into a chain. I don't really want to go into too much detail what a chain is compared to a link. I want to do a separate tutorial for beginners if you're not familiar with these concepts. All you have to know for now is you just have to press medium punch, hard punch, and hard kick in quick succession and it will work out. Not too quick, but in quick succession. And if you do it correctly, it should look like this. So the second trial is supposed to teach you about special cancelling in Street Fighter V. Most normal moves have the ability to get cancelled into a special move when you hit your opponent with it. So what you're supposed to do here is you do a crouching medium kick, and then you go from crouching medium kick to down forward forward punch. And if you do it fast enough, you'll get the trial done. The third trial is the first trial that has a link from a ground and normal into another ground and normal. This is definitely the hardest part of the trial, and if you're a beginner, I really suggest you practice this first before attempting this trial. So basically what you want to do is you want to do a standing medium punch into a crouching medium kick. Now there are several things you have to keep in mind. You want this to happen, okay? 2-hit combo. Make sure to see the message on the left, 2 hits. That way you know you did it correctly. Now, there are 2 things that could happen here if you mess it up. If you do the medium kick too early, you will only get a medium punch. It will look like this. Okay? This way you know, even though you pressed the medium kick, you did it a little too early so nothing happened. Okay? If you do it too late, then Ryu will block the medium kick. Okay? These are basically the 3 variations that that can happen. When Ryu blocks, it means you press the button too late. If the medium kick doesn't come out at all, you press it too early. If you do it just right, you will get the combo. Okay? And yeah, the rest is just straightforward, what you've already seen from the trials. Trial number 4 teaches you special cancelling in the air. Now, we already have this on the ground, but this trial also highlights Ryu's jumping medium punch, which has interesting properties. It can hit twice, it can also hit once, like if you hit it like that, it will only be 1 hit. If you hit it like this, it will be 2 hits. And the good thing is, both hits are cancelable into a special move. So, if you want to do this trial, you can cancel either the first or the second hit into the Tatsu. My recommendation is, when you jump, do the medium punch as fast as possible, and then do the Tatsu either on the first or the second hit. It doesn't really matter. Trial number 5 showcases the crush counter property in Street Fighter V. Certain normals gain additional advantages when you hit them on counter hit, and in this case, standing hard kick of Ryu puts the opponent in a dizzy state, so it's a little more easy to combo him afterwards. So yeah, what do you have to do here? Do the standing hard kick, do the Tatsu, time it correctly, and yeah, that's about it. Trial number 6 teaches you about command normals in Street Fighter V. So there's a difference between hard kick and back hard kick. Those are 2 different moves, and in this case we need the back hard kick in a combo. What I recommend to do for this trial, when you jump forward for the hard punch, make sure to jump forward and immediately hold back afterwards. That way you can make it a little less complicated on what to actually press. So you jump forward, you press back, and then you do hard punch, hard kick, and then all you need to do is time the Shoryuken correctly afterward. So if you do it correctly, it should look like this. Trial number 7 is the first trial that has pretty complicated inputs, so I want to help break it down for you guys. So the main concept that you need to learn for this one is how to buffer the critical art within the Shoryuken motion. And in order to do that, I want to focus on the crouching hard punch into Shoryuken part. I want to teach you guys how to do this in a very specific way. So you want to start with the forward motion or with the down forward motion. It doesn't really matter, but let's start with the forward motion. Forward, down, hard punch, down forward, hard punch, forward. Okay? If you do this input really fast, it will give you a crouching hard punch into a Shoryuken. Okay, so as you can see, I basically end the motion into in a quarter circle forward motion. And what this means is if I want to do the critical art afterwards, all I have to do is one more quarter circle forward motion. So if I add down, forward, punch, it will trigger a critical art after the Shoryuken, even though technically I just pressed a Hadouken motion, right? I only did one quarter circle forward motion after the Shoryuken. But because of the buffer system, because the game remembers the inputs from before, it adds all of them together and it recognizes, hey, this is a double quarter circle forward motion. Critical art is supposed to trigger now. So this is how it works. This is how you make it easier. Basically, after the Shoryuken, you only do a fireball motion and you get the critical art. So now all you have to do is jump in with the hard punch, and then afterwards you do the input sequence that I just showed you. The main thing trial number 8 introduces is a V-trigger cancel, and all in all this combo is actually quite easy to do. It's only the ending that is a little tricky. So once again, you have to use the buffer system of Street Fighter V. When you do the fireball at the very end and you cancel into critical art, remember you only have to add one more extra quarter circle forward motion plus punch in order to cancel because of the buffer system. And there's one more catch. Because in Street Fighter V you can only have one projectile on the screen at a time, you cannot do a fireball into critical art normally. So if I attempt to do that full screen away, see what happens. See, I got a Shoryuken even though this input that I did should normally trigger critical art. You can only have one projectile, as I said, and the trick here is you want to cancel into critical art before the fireball becomes active on the screen. So what it means is you just do the fireball into critical art really fast. If you do it a little too slow, even though the input is correct, it will not trigger critical art because the fireball is active on the screen. So if you do it correctly, it should look like this. Trial number 9 combines a lot of the concepts that I've already talked about. It has a crush counter, a V-trigger cancel, and if you take a look at the end of the trial, it should remind you of trial number 7, where you basically have to buffer parts of the critical art motion within the Shoryuken. So yeah, if you learn how to do all of that, you should be able to pull off this trial. So a lot of players seem to have trouble with trial number 10 because on Twitch I get a lot of requests to show this trial and explain it in detail. So what makes this trial so difficult? So first of all, the first two hits are quite tricky to get correctly. You have to do a crush counter hard kick, but before you do the hard punch you have to walk forward a little bit. Otherwise the back hard kick after the V trigger will not connect. This is a main issue that a lot of people are not doing correctly. So if you do this trial, it will probably look something like this. The back hard kick will not be in range, and this is a big problem. And as I said, just have to walk forward just enough to still be able to combo the standing hard punch, and then you should be good to go. So when you have that part down, the next part you might have trouble with is the standing light kick into this, the light tatsu. Unfortunately, you have to be really fast with this input, and as a beginner, you might have trouble to do that. So I don't really have any like super good advice on this. Just go into training mode and practice it until you're consistent with it. So yeah, this is all you have to do here. And a lot of players actually tell me they have issues connecting light tatsu into critical art. I personally never found this to be really difficult, but if you do have trouble, once again, just go into training mode and practice doing light tatsu into critical art. It's just a matter of trying to do the critical art as soon as possible once you land from the light tatsu. So yeah, if you can do all of that, if you're consistent with all of what I just said and showed, then you should be able to complete this trial. And yeah, that's about it. So, guys, those were Ryu Trials. Let me know what you think about Ryu Trials in the comment section below or live on Twitch. So take care, and I'll see you soon.